You know the routine.
Let the game begin.
What a freaking night. More about that later. Steve was showing his Jay Giles records a while back. And I said, well, you know, I could have swore I had this album. And I couldn't find it. Went out the next day, found it in the flea market, brought it home. I put a big stack of records on my Discogs today. More about that later. And this is one of them I was putting on there. I went to put this away, and I found my other Jay Giles record of this. Found it. So now I got a 1972 and a 1979 copy or something like that. I only need one, so I'll probably give one of them away. I lost some albums of the Police a while back. Syncrecy, couldn't find it anywhere. Still haven't found it. Haven't given up hope. Still in my Discogs. Now, so I went to Goodwill, next town over, and I found this. Yeah. I like me some Tori Amos. Never heard about her until the North Carolina Picker Art started talking about her. I'm like, well, I'll try some out. This is like my third or fourth CD, I forget, but yeah, I like some Tori Amos. Easy on the eyes, too. You old goat. What else did I get? Okay, I got some Rod Stewart. Not one of his best. I like cassettes. Some cassettes sounds fantastic. Some cassettes don't sound so hot. This sounds good. I just like his first few albums the most. Give me his album. I probably got all I need. But yeah, Rod Stewart. Picked it up anyway. What we got here? Henry Lee Summer. It's a little bit of Indiana homegrown. Indiana homegrown. Yeah, Henry Lee Summer. Oh, I got to thinking about something. But okay, this is the second tape I got by him. I got his first album on tape. I don't have any vinyl of this guy for some reason. I like it. Oh my goodness. I got this on vinyl. My vinyl sounds really good. This tape sounds freaking amazing. I'm like, well, I'll get it, see what it sounds like. And I put it in, I turned it up. I'm like, let's see. Oh my God. Yeah, this tape has a great freaking sound to it. Now this one, tell you what, I don't even remember where I got this one now. I think my daughter picked it up for me. I don't remember. But How to Stuff a Wild Bikini. All right. They made about 12. They made 12 of these beach movies. I like these beach movies. Yep, I do. I've seen them all, and if it comes across on one of my channel things that I get, you know, like Prime or something, I'll watch them again. Now, How to Stuff a Wild Bikini. The Kingsmen was actually in this movie. And there's another album like this, but at the top, in big yellow letters, it says The Kingsmen in their first feature film or something. But yeah, How to Stuff a Wild Bikini. Annette was pregnant when they made this movie. Little side bit of information. Now, this is the soundtrack to the movie. This is the 7th, did I tell you? I think it's the 7th movie in the series of 12. And down here at the bottom, you can see where it says who's singing on it and stuff. Yeah, this is from the movie. So if Mickey Rooney sang in a movie, Mickey Rooney sang on here. And I'm not saying this is a great soundtrack, but for me it was something I was not going to leave behind, you know. Yes, I like soundtracks. I got this in that little flea market I go to a lot. The Pretenders. Pretenders too, so I assume this is their second album. There's the list of stuff they're singing. I don't like this as well as I like the other album I have by the Pretenders. That one. But I like it. I like that one better. By the way, just a little bit of a ratter real quick. Yesterday was my daughter's birthday. And if you know me, you know my daughter, you know that's a milestone. So it was awesome. One of her daughters took her out for lunch. And they went to this little Mexican restaurant. And you tell them it's somebody's birthday. And this is what they do to them.
Qué linda está la mañana, en que venga a saludarte, veninos todos que
No, here we go.
y placer a felicitarte.
Next, I went to a little flea market. I found two Goodwills and a flea market I've never been to in a town about 25, 30 minutes away. And I go there. And I end up getting this. Look at that horrible cover. Now, inside this flea market, there is boxes and boxes and boxes of records. You know, this little booth had a box, this little booth had two boxes, and they apparently didn't look how price ranges are. They didn't look them up. They just like this entire box, $10 a record, didn't matter what it was. Go to another booth, entire box, $20 a record, didn't matter what it was. And you know, it was like the stuff you see in Goodwill, you know, the religious albums, Barry Manilow, all that stuff. 10 over here, 20 over here, 25 over there. I'm like, okay, this flea market charges way too much for stuff. They don't look anything up. I ain't gonna find nothing. Then I found this spot right here. And I thought, well, this looks interesting. And I started flipping through there and I found a lot of albums I wanted. But the prices he was charging were decent prices. They were, you know, they were top dollar for the albums, but only if the albums were mint, sealed, still cellophane, you know. But the condition they were in, no, he was charging too much. And down at the very bottom on the floor, there was some boxes that said cheap records or something like that. The highest price on those were $6. I pulled a few out. I'm like, oh, let's see what this looks like. And it looked like somebody had been playing Frisbee on a gravel road with these records. Everyone I looked at, like, $6 for these? What are those people thinking? So I just kept moving. Finally found, just before I was getting ready to leave, I'm like, I'm not even going to go to that spot there. I walked every place else. Walked over there. Found a spot that had some nice records in there. And the prices was fair. I seen some Iggy Pop and some other stuff like, oh, I'd like to have this. Found a bunch of stuff I'd like to have, but I didn't like the prices. Some of the prices I hated, some of the prices I liked. Now this album right here, JoJo Gunn. I think this was JoJo Gunn's, I don't know, 7th album maybe. And it's straight up rock and roll. The cover didn't look good, so I said, let's pull that vinyl out of there. And I pulled the vinyl out and looked at it, and I don't know if you can see that, but you know, the vinyl looked pretty stinking good. So I was like, I'll take it home, wash it my stuff. I'll play it. Plays amazing. As a matter of fact, you know, old records, when you first drop that needle, you hear that on a lot of them. And not all of them, but a lot of them. I dropped the needle, sat down like, oh, did I miss the record? There was no noise whatsoever. I started to get up to go check the needle, and the music started. Like, whoa, now that's some dead quiet black wax, or, you know, plank wax. And then in between each song, it was the same way. This album plays amazing. Now, if you don't like, if you got a thing about the human body, you might want to look away. But see, here's these guys, and they're looking at something, and that's what they're looking at. Yeah, it's a gatefold. Like I said, it doesn't look great. Ooh, about dropped it. See, they're looking over there like, oh, what's that flying over there? Now, here we go. Here's some more. Don't look if you don't want to. But on the inside, you got this picture with the names of the bands and the songs, and all the credits is written on this person. Now, I don't know if YouTube's going to like that I showed that. Because one time, I was holding it out like this. There's a woman standing here, and they said my finger is pointing right at a certain part of her body, and they wouldn't let my video go up online. I'm like, what? I'm just holding the record up. But yeah, they didn't like the way, they thought I was insinuating something because my finger was pointing at part of the body. You have that sometimes. But whether YouTube likes the fact that I showed this album, we'll find out when I go to upload it. I didn't do it. These guys did it. JoJo Gunn. I still want to find that first album. I hear it's more psych rock. The rest of it's just hard rock. But I hear the first one's psych rock. So I'm still trying to find that first one. Because it was my daughter's birthday, I couldn't think of anything I wanted to get her for her birthday. She doesn't need anything. And you get her, I don't want to get somebody something they don't want or don't need. But there's one thing I know she likes. We found a pasta in Walmart one time that we loved. We both love it. Somehow we found out what the recipe was. I forget, it's been so long since we've done this. And I'll make this pasta like once a year. So I made her 8.5 pounds of pasta for her birthday. That video will be the cooking video of today. 8.5 pounds of pasta. All right. Oh, I've fallen and can't get up. How many times have you heard that? We've heard that a million times, probably. We've joked about it. Everybody's joked about it. Last night I go, I've fallen and can't get up. But I was serious. I was watching some old TV show. One of my favorite old TV shows is Last of the Summer Wine. So I'm laying there in bed, I'm watching Last of the Summer Wine, and I needed some milk. Milk's good for hydration. You get dehydrated. Milk's better than water. So I decided I needed some milk. So I get up, head to the kitchen to get some milk, but for some reason I stopped in between the doorway. For the first time ever, I slid on the carpet, and I went down and hit like a freaking ton of bricks. Now, how I felt was amazing. I looked like somebody had, like I've been in one of those WEW or whatever they call them on TV. Looked like I'd been in one of them wrestling matches where they twist somebody all up and just threw me down on the floor. My leg was bent back this way, and that leg was bent that way. My arm was bent over here. I hit hard and twisted all up. I'm surprised I didn't bust my kneecap. Surprised it didn't snap it out when I fell. It's just a wonder I didn't break my leg. I've got a spot that big, of a rug burn on my knee from when I hit it. Like, oh my God. And there's a spot about that big, somehow just ripped the skin off of there. And so I had blood running down my leg, had that big red spot, smashed this all up. It turned red and purple. I'm not going to show you none of this stuff. My shoulder got knocked out of joint, and oh, I was a freaking wreck. I'm telling you, I was a train wreck last night. And it took me, I bet you, 20 minutes to get off the stinking floor. Like, son of a bitch. I've fallen and can't get up. Oh, my God. But it's all better now. Well, no, it's not all better. I got up. And, you know, today, my back got twisted around. My back hurts, my leg hurts, my arm hurts. So I'm in a lot of pain today. And I said, that's not gonna freaking stop me. So I went outside today. I've been outside for, I don't know, maybe an hour, doing some yard work. I wasn't gonna let it stop me. Don't tell me I can't do something. So I went outside, did yard work, and now I'm inside taking some pain medicine. So that's all I got for you today. Here's some pasta. Talk to you later.
There's gonna be a big party at my house. I'm charging $2 to get into my house. That's right. You know the food and the drinks are all for free. If you want a plate of cookies, you gotta buy it from me. Now there ain't gonna be any kissing on the dance floor. That's right. And there ain't gonna be any dancing on the kissing floor. That's cool. I got a lot of records for you to hear, but my phonograph hasn't worked for over a year. That's cool. That's right. That's cool. That's right. That's trash. There'll be a lot of virgins who love to rock now. That's cool. They gotta leave by 9 o'clock now. That's right. But later on, we can go for a ride. I got a new motor scooter with power glide. That's cool. That's right. That's cool. That's right. That's trash.